Great. Good to see you, boys. I'll make it quick. It's great to be here at the Camarillo Airport with thousands of Americans celebrating our aviation history, paying tribute to the greatest generation and the men and women that served in our armed forces today. I came through, and I shall return.
For over 30 years, Wings Over Camarillo has entertained aircraft enthusiasts and history buffs with rare museum pieces that tell their story at 200 miles an hour.
Good morning. My name is L.C. Horton, a former Staff Sergeant, U.S. Marine Corps with Marine Bombing Squadron 611. Basically, in the Philippines, our missions were low-level work. One time, we were so low and actually hit a palm tree. Our squadron was one of the specially equipped PBJ squadrons in the Pacific Theater. We had 12 50 caliber machine guns, 4 5-inch rockets under each wing. One word about the PBJ, a very durable aircraft, very effective in its design, and pilots love to fly it. We flew these PBJs, and I'm sitting next to one that has been in the process of being restored since 1993. I appreciate so much the work that the men have done who have volunteered on this project, and it looks like it's going to be flying within the year. Come hell or high water, I probably plan to be part of that flight.
Hello, my name is Peter Kutzbeck. I was born and raised in Germany. I've been in the United States since 1969. I'm a member of the Commemorative Air Force now for the last 24 years. I was the senior flight engineer on the only German bomber left in the world flying. I joined the Arizona wing where we had the Heinkel. It's an honor to fly around in such historical aircraft, and some veterans come up and they look at you and they start crying. Then you ask them what's going on. Oh, I used to be a pilot, I used to be a flight engineer. That we can put them on the seat that they used to fly in the aircraft during World War II. So it's an honor to be involved in this outfit.
Yeah, on the B-24, we had a 10-man crew. Four of us were officers. The pilot and co-pilot were officers, and the navigator and the bombardier. And then we had 6 enlisted men. They were the nose gunner, the top turret gunner, the ball turret gunner, the tail turret gunner, and waist gunners who fired handheld machine guns out of the waist. Of that 10-man crew, I'm the only one still alive. The rest of them died of natural causes. We have reunions every year of our bomb group, relate stories. Some of them are true.
So did you ever fly with flight or escort?
Well, not to begin with, but later on we started to get P-47s or P-38 Lightnings. And the P-38 Lightnings at first didn't have the range to get up there for us. And they had a civilian advisor over there that showed them with proper power settings you could extend the range on the P-38s so they could accompany us on those missions. We came in from one of the missions where this civilian advisor shot down a Zero, and they say, you know who flew that mission today and shot down a Zero? Charles Lindbergh. In fact, I remember when I was about 5 years old, I grew up in Nevada, and my folks took me up to Reno, and he'd just flown across the Atlantic on the Spirit of St. Louis, and my folks said, see, Billy, that man just flew clear across the ocean on the Spirit of St. Louis all alone. Little did I know that he'd be flying fighter over me one day.
My name is Ted Lumpkin. I was in the U.S. Air Force during World War II, and we were in Italy. I was an intelligence officer for the 100th Fighter Squadron. A lot of people don't know about intelligence officers, but at that time, briefing and debriefing the pilots, and then getting that information up to higher headquarters so that the next mission could have the benefit of what we learned during that particular mission. The P-47s, for example, had a hard time taking off. They were a heavy plane, and it would take a long time for it to get up enough speed to get to airspeed to take off. Single runways, and the runway was not that long. And at one end was the ocean, and at the other end was the forest. A real ticklish thing to see those pilots take off. They did a good job. We had good pilots, and so it worked out quite well. We were trying to prove that blacks could fly and that they could be supported by an all-black organization, and we were as good as anybody else.
Look at that. That's one of the nicest ones I've ever seen done.
A 1,000 years from now, people will still be reading about this group of men who had a profound change on America. And because of them, black pilots cannot be found in all the military services flying all types of aircraft. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you one of the few men that has gone on to make American history.